Why do New Year's resolutions not work? Isn't it so interesting that every year we end up with almost the same things on our New Year's resolutions list? Why is that? I want to give you here two main reasons why I believe New Year's resolutions do not work and how to break up with New Year's resolutions. So, why is it that do not work? Well, first of all, we are coming out of holiday season. That means we went on quite an emotional roller coaster. Whether it was because we saw family, we played with our nieces and nephews, we had great meals, we saw relatives we haven't seen in a while, and it was all exciting, all jolly. There were presents and candles and great music. That's exciting, and it is an emotional roller coaster. That's one side of the spectrum. Or maybe we are on the other side of the spectrum where the holidays are a huge reminder that we feel really lonely because maybe we don't have a lot of family to spend the holidays with. Or maybe we do have family, but we are on not great terms with them. So we are on this emotional roller coaster of feeling lonely, and we are not really excited for this time of year. So no matter where we are, whether we're here or somewhere in between, we are experiencing a lot of unusual things, a lot of roller coasters. And then comes New Year's Eve, and we say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to change my entire life. I'm going to get all the things I want. 2024 is going to be my year. No one's going to stop me. I'm going to show up with all this willpower, all this perseverance, and everything's going to be peachy, right? So our systems in that moment really don't like that because they're just coming out of this holiday season and they're so exhausted from all the unusual things we've experienced and would love to go back to a little bit more routine and structure. And here we are giving them none of this. We say, no. Now is the time to really buckle down and get down to business. So that's the first reason why New Year's resolutions are just bound to fail. It's like a diet. You know, when we show up for a diet, it's the same thing. We think that with a plucky good attitude and a lot of willpower, we can just make our way through the tricky schedule or the exercise, and then we will come out on the other end with what we actually wanted. But that's not how we work, right? That's not how humans work. And this brings me to the second reason why New Year's resolutions really don't work is because we have these habits in place. The reason why we have structure in our lives, why we have certain routines, certain things we do every day, there is a good reason. No human ever does anything without a reason. Everything has a purpose. Everything serves a purpose. So when we look at the habits we don't really like about ourselves, like eating all the junk food or doing a lot of online shopping or binging Netflix instead of reading a book, this serves a purpose. Usually we want to comfort ourselves. We want to remind ourselves, oh, the world is still okay. We want to de-stress. And here we are on New Year's Eve saying from tomorrow on, nope, all these things that are giving us comfort are going to be gone. No more junk food, no more online shopping, no more binging Netflix, no more whatever. And that our system is naturally going to say, nope, that's obviously not going to happen. And with your willpower and your perseverance, you can maybe make it through this a couple of days. And with, everyone being excited about changing their lives, you can use this global phenomenon, this global synergy that we're all creating together because everyone is excited about the year changing. But it's only going to take you, I don't know, maybe a couple of days into the new year. But then the motivation is going to fizzle out and you will be back to square one. So we have habits in place. They're there to comfort us, to de-stress us. And honestly, I wish it was that easy. I wish I could just tell you in 10 minutes. I wish I could just sit down with you for an afternoon workshop and tell you, okay, here's how you can change any habit. But it's just not that easy, right? So if we think that we can just willpower our way through it, we're just barging up the wrong tree, right? So over the years, since I've always found it so frustrating around New Year's to write down the things I wanted and realizing, wow, this is the same stuff I wanted last year and 365 days have passed and I haven't gotten closer to my goals, I always felt like such a failure. I didn't want to feel like this anymore. So I said, I need to break up with New Year's resolutions. Because it's not that I'm failing the New Year's resolutions, it's that New Year's resolutions fail me. This is not a concept that is meant to work for anyone. So here are the things that I have done. First of all, I have unsubscribed from all the newsletters, all the emails that I'm getting around the holidays. Hey, new year, new you. Here's this program you can sign up for. Here's this amazing discount on your gym membership. Here's what you can do. Here's the new plan, yada, yada, yada. I just unsubscribed from all of this. No matter how juicy the marketing sounded, I just said, nope, not having it, not the time. If it was the time, I would take action, but I don't need to wait and sit around for someone to send me an email and help me realize what I need, right? That needs to come from within. So the second thing that I have done is to, when I'm on social media, same thing, just ignore. Just keep scrolling through all the posts that tell you, oh, here's what you can do, and here's this new program, and don't you want to join my New Year, New You challenge, and yada, yada, yada. I just keep scrolling there too. And something else that I have developed for myself over the years is to actually have this ritual of saying goodbye to the year that has passed before I can welcome in the new year. Because maybe there's these unresolved things where we feel, doesn't feel finished yet. I'm not emotionally ready for the new year to say hello, knock on the door. So what I do is I sit down, I go through my calendar, I go through my pictures, everything that helps me remind myself, oh, this is what you've done in the last year. And then I just check in with myself. I ask myself, how do I feel? How does it make me feel to have been to this event, to have met this friend? And I just check in, and there's no action steps to take. It's just a nice reflection on how the last year has been before I can welcome in the new year. And then the last thing that helped me break up with New Year's resolutions, and honestly is just a great practice overall, is to practice to tune in to your intuition. And you can do this with so many different ways. For example, you can do a guided meditation where you're just being guided to really drop out of the head and into the body. You can do a journaling exercise where you just brain dump. What I would suggest is you set yourself a timer for 10 minutes and you just dump everything that comes up in your brain on this piece of paper. And there's no right or wrong, right? You can have the most random thoughts like, why is it that ants can carry 400 times their weight and I can't? Just write everything down, 10 minutes. And after the 10 minutes are up, sit down and really tune in with yourself and what comes up. We sometimes just have to get the junk out of the way first before we can tune into our bodies. Because in the beginning, we are always in our heads. And I'm not the biggest fan of journaling. I don't know. It's not appealing to me. So what I do instead is I use my voice recorder. So I put my voice recorder on for 10 minutes. I do the brain dump verbally, and then I sit down with myself. So if you're not the biggest fan of journaling, this is something I can recommend for you as an alternative. And I usually just talk to my phone, or I sit in front of a plant, or I talk to my dog, or just sit on my couch, right? There's no one that needs to listen or hear this except you, really. So those are my practices that I have developed over the years to break up with New Year's resolutions. Let me know in the comments if you're ready to also break up with New Year's resolutions. And I hope this was helpful. I will see you next time. Bye.